All right, hello everybody. I'm here. Only a few minutes late. Thank God that wasn't too bad. Um, Welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Sorry that I'm late. I do have updates for everybody. Um, in regards to everything going on. We got a little bit of news to talk about. Not really too much new news, that's for sure. Um, how you doing? Today is Monday, the 14th of December, 2020. Excuse me. And all right, let's give everyone a cumulative update on everything going on with me. How does that sound? Okay. Um the hell? Pfft. I plug in my phone to charge it and it says this accessory may not be supported. This charge cord has been used endlessly since I bought it like 6-8 months ago. So what the fuck are you talking about? All right, now it's working. Okay. So welcome everyone. Let's talk. So first of all, full day of gameplay stream coming today. I hope you guys are ready for a full day of gameplay streaming. It should be a good time. Yakuza 7 here on the first stream, and some Cyberpunk on the late stream. Okay, we should have some good progress, hopefully. I'm hoping that we'll have a good time together here, and you guys will enjoy the continuation of said playthroughs. All right, I'm enjoying both games. Admittedly, Yakuza 7 is my favorite of the two right now because I really like the Yakuza series, and it's our traditional RPG-style game now. And we're doing a ton of fun side content. We're into the story. We've started a major new story arc that's really fun. So I'm excited for today. I'm going to see how far we're getting in the story, or is it going to be all story today? Which it likely may be, because the last two streams were a lot of side content. So I'm thinking we may do a ton of story today. Okay? We'll see. Let's see how it goes, but that's kind of how I'm feeling. Later tonight, Cyberpunk continues. We're in the midst of major story missions in that game as well. Of course, I got a lot to talk about Cyberpunk today, but we'll talk about that when we get to the news segment because of the big updates that happened overnight with Cyberpunk, which I'll talk about. But yeah, 2 hours of Cyberpunk later tonight. There will not be overtime later tonight because my wife and I have to plan for our day off tomorrow. Okay, speaking of which, tomorrow is our day off. I'll be running around doing quite a lot of stuff tomorrow. But I'll be back on Wednesday with more Cyberpunk on the main stream and the return of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the late stream. We're going to see if we can finish up the Asgard content. If not, probably just going to head back to the real world temporarily to continue on with that until I'm leveled up enough that I could actually beat it. And then on Thursday, more Yakuza 7 on the main stream and Black Ops Cold War multiplayer on the late stream. And then on Friday, Cyberpunk and the return of the throwback Street Fighter streams, which have now been on hiatus for a month and a half. So I hope that you guys will join me for Street Fighter returning on Friday. We're going to give it a shot on PS5 and see if everything works. If not, we're just going to swing right back to PS4. So we'll see what happens on Friday night. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Now, let's get you guys caught up on everything going on with me here, and then we'll talk about other things coming up in the schedule. We'll talk about news and everything. Because the burning question is, how am I doing health-wise and what's going on with the doctor? I finally have an answer for all of you, okay? Health-wise, the good news is still that it's just my right ear that is infected. My left ear is still good. It has not carried over to my left ear, thank God. I'm not kidding. I've been terrified the last 2 days and having this very nagging negative feeling in the back of my head that this infection was going to carry over to my left ear and I was going to have a double ear infection again, and it was going to be excruciating and just an awful time. Luckily for me, that has not happened, okay? It's still just in my right ear, but it's still in my right ear. Still swollen, still painful. It varies. Sometimes during the day, it feels much better, and then other times it hurts again. Now, I'm on my full regimen, 7-day regimen of ear drops. And I'm doing them, full time, 4 doses a day. It's very annoying to have to do this, but it is what it is. I fully expect within the next 1 to 2 days, I'll finally see some improvement, because that's usually what happens, is it takes about 3 to 4 days, and then it clears up. And then I still have like another day or two where I still do the medicine for the 7-day regimen. Even though the pain, everything's gone, I still do it to make sure I'm getting the full course of dose. All right? So, that being said, let's hope that this goes away sooner rather than later. As you know, I'm not wearing headphones or anything. There's no way I could when this is going on. And quite frankly, even when it's gone, I'm likely going to have to alternate. Maybe choose one stream I wear headphones and one stream I don't. Like alternate between, you see. I'm also debating, when I'm streaming, I have to take breaks, which I keep forgetting to do. This is something that was talked about when last time I went to the urgent care for this 2.5 months ago, was that basically I should not have the headphones on my head constantly. I should take like every half an hour to 45 minutes, I should take them off my head for like 5 minutes, which I haven't been doing. Since I got the 3D Pulse headset, it's pretty much just been constant gaming and no real taking breaks with the headphones or anything. Okay? So, here's the thing. All that being said, this is all no new news. This is the same thing that's happened every time I got the ear infection this year. It seems like none of my changes have had a positive effect. You know, I disinfect the office once a week with antibacterial wipes, including the headphones fully. I've changed out my pillow, my pillowcase. You know, I've done all these things and it's still not working. So it's obvious there's something else underlying going on. To me, you know, in my head, my thoughts are as follows. Number one, it was definitely because of the 3D Pulse headphones, wearing them for a month straight and not taking frequent breaks. That was number one. And number two, it's got to be my post-nasal drip. You know, this is the one thing that affects me in a very big way my whole life. My dad has it. I have it. It's not cool having this. It's pretty disgusting having this happen. Some days my post-nasal drip is fine, and it's not a big deal at all. And then other days it's an overdrive. It inflames my sinuses. My throat is disgusting. I have to keep clearing my throat. You hear me snorting on stream because otherwise I'm gonna cough. You know, it's bad. It sucks. And there's nothing I can do about it. Even if you take decongestant, it doesn't help. And nothing helps for the post-nasal drip. So what I'm thinking is that it's got to be a combination of the two. So I have to see a doctor for this. And that's actually why I was a few minutes late for the stream this morning. I was on hold for almost 45 minutes with the oncologist. I think that's what it is, oncology. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was. Basically, the ear, nose, and throat specialist. Okay? I finally got an appointment. The soonest appointment they had. Guess when it is? The last week of January 2020. I'm not kidding. It wasn't that I was picky with the dates. They said the first appointment they have for me is the last week of January 2020. Excuse me, 2021. My bad, 2021. It's not oncology. That's cancer. All right, it's something else. It's something that starts with an O. Okay, people are making fun of me because I said oncology. So the last week of January 2021 is my doctor's appointment. Yeah, I have to wait a month and a half to see the specialist. Okay, this is shit. All right, this is absolute shit. So here's the thing. I'm going to keep using my medicine. Hopefully this infection is going to clear up. I'm going to do my best. What can I say to make sure that I don't have another infection, though it doesn't seem like anything I'm doing is very effective. And I'm going to see a doctor at the end of January. I have to wait that long. That is American healthcare. By the way, had to wait 45 minutes on the phone to make that appointment. By the way, had to have a phone-only appointment 2 months ago to qualify for that appointment. By the way, had to drive an hour to see an urgent care nurse who told me, oh, you have an ear infection, use these ear drops and here's a referral. That was 3 months ago. So just think about this. You have a problem in the United States. You're paying tons of money for healthcare because it's not free here. I'm paying $300 a month for health insurance. In September, I get an ear infection. I have to drive an hour to see a nurse who says, you have an ear infection, here's some ear drops, and here's your referral. I had to wait a month to have my phone appointment to be told, sounds like you have a bad ear infection problem, here's your referral to actually get the physical appointment. And now finally I made my physical appointment, and it's a month and a half wait. So this whole problem started in May. That was the first time I ever had it this year. And here we are in December. The problem still lingers, and I'm not going to get help for it till the end of January. Isn't that delightful? Now, I've told you guys, since the very first day I had this thing, I said, I wish they would just give me a full course antibiotic for my whole body. Just shock the system. Whatever's in there, obviously, is a lingering thing. Maybe a full course antibiotic would kill it off, and then I'd be fine. They have refused to do that every step of the way. Every single time that I've talked to someone, and in the case back in September, saw someone, I was told, no, no, no. Just use the ear drops. And it hasn't ever solved the problem. All right? So if I go to this doctor in late January, and they look in my fucking ear, and they say I'm going to give you a full course antibiotic, I am going to be livid. And I'm going to tell that fucking doctor that. I'm going to say, this is something that should have been cured last May. why is the healthcare system so bad that I had to wait almost a year to get what I knew I needed to begin with at the beginning? But maybe that won't be the case. Maybe they'll look in there and they'll see something, or, who knows? I would love that, to just get to the root cause of what the hell is going on so this can stop. Because this is insanely tiring at this point. Insanely tiring. I can't do this anymore. I can't every 2 months get an ear infection and be in tons of pain for a week and have to put eardrops in my fucking ear. Now I can't do my job properly because I can't wear headphones. I can't even hear the games that well. It just sucks. So, I'm sorry that I'm ranting about this morning, but I figured everyone would want to know what exactly is going on, because of all this happening, okay? So, late January, I'll see a doctor, and by then, hopefully, we'll get some kind of a verdict, and go from there. And I hope it's something as simple as, okay, there's something in there maybe lingering, and we'll cure it rather than something horrible. I mean, can you imagine if it's something bad? I mean, hopefully not, but you would think it's not. You would think it's just for subject of I'm getting older, and this stupid, excuse me, this very stupid postnasal drip causing me so many problems that it's probably just compiled into this. Okay? So, hopefully, that's the end of that drama, but I gotta wait. I have to wait a month and a half to even see a doctor. Isn't that great? Delightful. Okay, anyway. That's that. So, sorry I was a few minutes late to stream, but not that big of a deal. And we'll see what happens, okay? That's all I have to say about that, all right? Now let's get back on topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a few events coming up shortly, which I would love if you would participate in them, because the more that you have input into my content, the better it is. On the 23rd of December, it is the Christmas Marathon, which I'll be playing a variety of games in a marathon setting while dressed up in festive attire, having a few holiday drinks. And there'll even be a live DSP tries it during the episode, or during the marathon. So, please suggest games for me to play during that marathon. You can do that by typing !Christmas into the stream chat, and that will allow you to nominate games that I will play during that marathon. All right. Right now, the 2 games I'm definitely playing are going to be Black Ops Cold War and Fall Guys, but I would love more suggestions. The more suggestions, the better. Fair enough? In addition, on the 24th of December, that's 10 days from today, Christmas Eve, I'll be doing a special Christmas Eve Ask the King show where I'll be answering your questions, all right? Obviously, the more questions that I get for the show, the better the show is going to be. So, please, if you could, post up questions for the show, all right? And you could do so by typing !Ask the King in the stream chat, and that'll bring up the link. The more questions I get, that's more questions for me to review and pick the best ones. I would love holiday-themed questions, considering it's Christmas Eve. But hey, anything's fair game, I'm sure. With all the stuff that's been going on in gaming in the last couple of months, you guys have a lot of questions for me. And that'll be fun. That'll be a fun, Christmas Eve special event to do for you guys. All right? Fair enough? Now, also coming up at the end of the month or early January, I'll be working on my Best of the Year, Most Disappointing Games of the Year countdowns. Depending on how that goes in conjunction with the ongoing playthroughs, will determine what else I do, but I am looking to possibly do an End of the Generation special where I talk about the best and worst games from this last console gen, including the Wii U, because yes, that was considered last console gen, as well as some of the Switch, the Xbox One, and the PS4. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. I hope we have time for it. I would love to do it, but let's see what happens with time permitting and everything, okay? Okay, very good. Now, outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate all of your support here on the streams. I am an independent. I do not have any sponsorships with any company. I don't get paid to shill anything. Also, I'm not exclusively partnered with Twitch or anyone else to stream. I don't get paid to stream. All right? I am an independent who prides himself that every single piece of content that I put out is legitimate. You will hear my honest opinions, my honest takes and feedback and reactions to games that I'm playing on a daily basis. No punches pulled. People like that about me, and that's why I've been around for 12 years on the internet, and why people still come back on a daily basis to hear me and see me play games, okay? So that being said, thank you for an awesome 12 years of support. It's because of you guys and your support via crowdfunding on these streams that I'm still able to do what I love. This is my job, and this is how I make a living, is you guys supporting me on the streams. So that being said, if you like the content, please support the streams if you can. You can cheer with bits. You can subscribe to the channel. You could tip me. All of those things are great and help out the streams. In particular, tipping in the short term helps better because when you tip me, those are funds I can use for things right away, like tomorrow when I'm going out to do errands, grocery shopping. I'm going to be looking for some alcohol to drink during the Christmas marathon, etc. Tips help, all right? So please consider tipping if at all you can today. I would appreciate that if you did. Although, I'll say this up front. Contributions are not mandatory on my streams. Contributions are not, they're not expected. I'm happy that people go above and beyond just being a stream viewer and contribute to my streams, but my streams are free. Anyone's welcome here to come watch and hang out and have a good time. My streams are about gameplay. My streams are about social interactivity and having a good time together. That's why I do it. I did this for 2.5 years before I ever monetized a video on YouTube, and I love what I do for a living. I absolutely love coming to streams every day and hanging out with you guys. It's just God's honest truth. I have so much fun every day that I told you guys, every day I feel like is the next best day of my life because I love my life. I love my job. Like, everything's going good, so I have no complaints. Okay? Thank you guys for that. All right? So all that being said, thanks in advance to anyone who supports the streams today. It is much appreciated. We do have tip goals on the stream. If we raise $50, I'll put on the Gunner glasses. If we raise $100, I'll put on a vest. Last night it was the red vest. So today we'll kind of reset. All the vests will be eligible for today's stream except the red vest. So that's the blue, the beige, the platinum, the gray, the camo. Everything will be available if we raise the tips goal of $100. Okay? Good stuff. Fair enough? All right. So now we can move on and we can talk about the burning news. Ah, my crotch. No, not that kind of burning news. The burning news. There's two pieces of burning news. The first is game related. The first is no game related at all. Here in the United States, let's get this one out of the way that has nothing to do with games. Here in the United States today, finally, our first batch of COVID vaccines have gone out, shipped across the country, and people on the front lines of battling this disease are getting this vaccine. Okay? I'm happy about this. Everyone should be. They've already said that the way that it's going, it looks like basically by the middle of next year, most people who need this the most will have it. And the order they're talking about is like, number one, it's going to be frontline healthcare workers. Then it's going to be elderly people in homes that have been, at high risk. Then it's going to be people on the front lines of essential jobs. People who still have to go to work on a daily basis and have daily interactions with people hand to hand. That would be like my wife would be one of those people. Then it's going to be like people who are high risk, for the disease because they have pre-existing conditions or they're elderly and they're not in homes, but they're still high risk. And then it's basically going to be everyone else. So it looks to me like, I'm not going to be getting this thing for a million years. Like I would guess they're not even going to make this available to me until like the end of next year. So for me, it's still going to be a case of got to keep wearing a mask, got to keep, washing my hands, sanitizing, got to stay healthy, right? My wife may get it way before me. Her job may actually require it. It might tell her it's mandated you have to get it once it's available. So I guess we'll see what happens. But I'm happy about this. This is the beginning of our recovery. In our country, in the United States, this has been a nightmare. We are at the worst we've ever been with this disease. People need help desperately, and hopefully this is going to start. It's a slow process. This is not an overnight thing. This thing is going to take months and months. They even said, with this first wave of vaccines, we may not even see a positive outcome till April. We may not see numbers start going down until freaking April. That's 4 months to wait, right? So that being said, let's see what happens. I hope for the best. But the one thing, okay, the one thing that kind of blows my mind is that the news is treating this like it's some like fucking, like, it's like almost like celebrity gossip. The first trucks are going out. Oh, the trucks have arrived at the hospital facility. The truck is being unloaded. Oh my God. The first person's received their vaccine. It's like, what? Relax. We kind of knew this was going to happen. You have to report every 2 minutes. that something, oh my God, they've twisted the cap of the vaccine. Oh no, the cap is stuck. They have to spend an extra 2 seconds readjusting to get the cap off. Like, holy shit, they were really just going crazy with this insane coverage of this thing. It's like, I get it. People are going to get it. They need it. It's very important. I don't need to know every step of the way. Oh no, the driver stopped to fill up his gas tank. Oh no, he ate a Hershey bar and now he has the shits. We have to wait for the vaccine to be delivered. Who cares? Just fucking tell me once when it's administered. Yikes. So much detail, step by step, like it's a reality TV show or something. Don't care about that. Alright, anyway, that's the biggest news in the United States right now. Gaming-wise, however, we got a giant development. Let's talk about this. Of course, it's about Cyberpunk. What else would it be about? Like I told you guys, gaming's all but dead except for Cyberpunk. Like gaming, the whole gaming year's over. No one's talking about anything right now except Cyberpunk. So what happened overnight? Wow. I'll tell you. If you missed it, you missed it. CD Projekt Red came out as the game developer of Cyberpunk 2077 and made a public statement on social media that they fucked up. They publicly admitted that they hid the performance of the Xbox One and PS4 versions of Cyberpunk. All right, they admitted this and apologized for it. All right, and said, we shouldn't have done that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go the extra mile to try to help you out. The first thing we're promising is that there's going to be major waves of big patches that are going to fix issues. All right. First of all, there's going to be a major patch in January. And then secondly, there's going to be a major patch in February. And what we're hoping is that with these major wave patches, these are going to solve significant amount of issues. And by the time the one comes out in February, this game will be solid. That's essentially what they're saying. And by February, we want this game to be running smoothly for everybody. Now, of course, you got to take that with a grain of salt. I mean, these guys thought that they were going to have this done, earlier this year before they even delayed it. So I don't really know if you can really trust their judgment. This is the management team that just admitted they pulled the wool over your eyes and made you think this game would be good. And now they're acting like everything's fine. Don't worry, trust us. We'll have it done by February. Then why did you sell the game now if it's not ready till February? Now, I actually said this. It was back when they delayed the game initially till December, and there were rumors coming out saying that it wasn't going to be ready and the console version wasn't running well, and I said, just delay it more. At this point, you've already delayed it so much. People will be happier to have the game later but have it be good than have it come out earlier and run like shit. And they did not listen at all. They did the opposite. They released it in December, and the game is shit. Okay? So, it is what it is. Now, the other half of this is that CD Projekt Red is saying, we support if you want a refund. We understand that this game is not as good as it should have been, and if you want a refund, we're going to help you out. So the first thing they said was, if you bought a physical copy and you need help returning it, let us know. They set up an email address by which people can contact them with their personal info, and they're supposedly supposed to be reaching out to help. Will they actually? I don't know, but this is what they're saying. And they're saying that email address will be open for 1 week for those who bought a physical copy of the game and want a refund to contact them, and they're going to work with these people to get them their money back. I don't know if I believe this. Reason being, if you bought this game through a retail store, there's no chance you're getting a refund from a retail store. It's always been the policy of retail. You buy a video game and you open it and you put it into your system, you can only exchange that game for the equivalent game, because people would play through the whole game, beat it in 2 days, bring it back, and try to get another free game, you see? So that's not what they don't support that anymore. And so, I don't know. If you bought from a retailer to get a physical copy, I don't see you getting your money back at all from the retailer, ever. They would never accept that. But that's why CD Projekt Red is saying, we're going to try to help you out. Now, how are they going to help? I have no idea. Because if you guys don't understand the whole chain of sales when it comes to this stuff. So CD Projekt Red makes the game. Then they have a publisher that publishes the game. That's the person who actually physically finances to get that game onto game discs physically and or get it onto the digital stores for distribution online. And then the game goes out for sale. Digitally, it'll go to a store like the PlayStation Store or Xbox Store or whatever. And so that PlayStation and Xbox handle the actual delivery to you and the point of sale transaction. But in retail stores, first the games have to go to a wholesaler, then the games have to go to a retailer. Like, these games go through several hands before they ever get into the hand of the actual consuming gamer who buys it. And so I don't know how CD Projekt Red thinks that they're going to somehow interject into that process and refund your money. Because let's say, for example, you bought this game, I don't know, at Walmart for $59.99. You paid Walmart $59.99. Well, Walmart paid $52.99 to the wholesaler, so they made $7 profit. The wholesaler paid $47.99 for that game from whoever the publisher is, so they made like $5 profit. You see what I'm saying? Like, every step of the way, there's more padded profit onto the sale of a game as it goes through the whole supply chain and gets in your hands. So if CD Projekt Red, I'm going to help you get your refund. Great, but how much are you going to refund me? Because you only charged really like $40 for your game, and it was the wholesaler, the retailer made another $20 on top of that, you know, profit. So how much can you realistically refund me for the game when you only sold it for this amount? So I don't know how that's going to work at all. I mean, I'm in a situation where I got it digitally. I wouldn't even be able to test it, even if I wanted to. I'm not in a situation. I'm curious if any of you out there actually bought a physical copy of Cyberpunk and you're going to try to get your refund through CD Projekt Red. Hey, give me details of the process. I'd be very interested to hear how this is going to happen. Okay? I definitely like to hear that. All right? Now, if you got the game digitally, apparently you're in luck, because what CD Projekt Red is saying is that those stores, both you know, Sony, PlayStation Network Store, and Microsoft, Xbox Live Store, whatever it's called, they will give you refunds. If you request them, I guess CD Projekt Red has given the green light to those companies that they're going to refund the price of the game. So, you're in luck there. Now, here's the thing. For me, this doesn't affect me. I'm not going to ask for a refund. I'm playing the game. Is it crashing and buggy? Yes. Is there hilarious issues every time I play it? Absolutely. But I'm going to tough through it, and I'm going to keep playing it and, you know, and beat it. I'm not going to refund the game because I'm not in a position where I'm playing it on base PS4 or Xbox One. It's playable for me. It's annoying, but it's playable for me, okay? So I'm going to keep going. I'd be curious, again, any of you maybe who got it digitally, if you're going through the refund process, to share that information with me. How hard was it? Or was it very simple, streamlined? You know, did they give you problems, or did you just get your refund right away? Apparently Steam is like, they don't even fuck around. You request a refund on Steam, you get it right away. The other thing that I'm curious about here, okay? When you're requesting refunds, all right, is it required that you're done with the game? You know what I mean? Like, for example, let's say you bought a physical copy of the game from Walmart, again, and now you contact CD Projekt Red and say, I want a refund. Does that mean they're just going to send you a refund, or do you actually have to return the physical game to them? If you do return the physical game to them, what's to stop you from keep playing it? Because it's installed on your console, right? Does it? Well, then again, I forgot that with these consoles, you still require the discs if you bought the disc version, don't you? So I guess that would solve that problem. What about the digital version? Like, let's say, for example, you bought it off a PlayStation Network, and you get your refund. Are you required to uninstall that game and never install it ever again? Does it remove the licensing rights from your console so you can never play that game again unless you rebuy it? I'd be curious. I'm not making an assumption here, but I'd be curious to see if that's how it works or not. I know on Steam, they definitely force you to uninstall and they delete your game license, I believe. But I don't know how it works on a console. Because that would be crazy. People got the game, they request refunds, they get their money back, and they're still playing it. That'd be kind of fucked, you know? But yeah, a lot of people are basically, now that this is the case, okay, people are basically saying, yeah, this is ridiculous. We don't want to play this game until it's done. It's obviously, it wasn't done. If they're saying they're going to release waves of patches, one big wave in January and one big wave in February, okay, the game means it wasn't done till February. And they knew that. They knew this game was not going to be fully cooked until February. What they released was an undercooked version of the game, a raw version. You know, it's like it looks nice on the outside, but it's raw in the middle. That's not good. You get sick from that. Eating undercooked meats, you're going to get sick, dude. So that's the problem with this game right now. And they were very dishonest along this whole process. not sending out any review copies on console, so no one would know how bad it was. Selling 8 million copies on day one, right? 8 million copies of the game were sold on day one. How crazy does that sound, right? Anyway, so that's the deal. So I guess it's up to you as a gamer to make your judgment. If you're playing this on base PS4 and Xbox One, from what I've heard, it is like one of the worst gaming experiences you can get. The game looks terrible, performs terrible, crashes constantly. I certainly would not blame you if you want to get a refund and wait till the game is actually done in 2 months and then maybe rebuy the game at that point. If you're even still interested, maybe you're so turned off by this whole situation, you just don't care about the game anymore, right? If you're on PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, you got a choice to make. Because apparently, you know, I'm playing it on PS5 and it looks good to me. The frequent bugs and crashes are very annoying. But I'm able to play the game, at least, and enjoy it for what it is. So I definitely am not going to refund it. PC gamers, from what I'm to understand, excuse me, stupid, here we go again. From what I'm to understand, the PC version is the best. Like, the PC version actually is the best. Of course, it depends on your hardware setup. But apparently the PC version is the way to go. If you have the option of choosing, obviously. So, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting choice. The other thing is, ever since the game released, CD Projekt Red's stock has tanked. And I'm not talking, oh, it went down slightly. I'm talking, it's one of the biggest tankings of a game developer stock in history. It's like a travesty. Like, this company, you would think we're releasing our hot new game we've been developing for 8 years. This is a time when our company should be valued highly, right? It's actually the complete opposite. Basically, the entire world is saying, we have absolutely no faith in this company. They fucked up horribly, and they don't deserve success. That it's ridiculous how bad the stock has tanked. So, you know, that being said, will they even recover? I mean, did they sell 8 million copies? Yes. But they're doing a wide scale refunding, right? And doing a wide scale refunding. How much money of that out of those sales is going to go back, right? And then, with their stock tanking, this could very, very much affect their bottom line as a company moving forward. They could be losing a ridiculous amount of value of their company. And, you know, yikes. You know what I mean? Like, this could be the beginning of the end, I hate to say it, for a company like this. Because, unlike some other companies, CD Projekt Red is not owned by a giant company like Activision or EA or Microsoft or Sony. They're their own. They're on their own. They're an independent company. They even publish their games independently. So it's basically like, it's shocking to see this happen. You know, what's going to happen with this company? I don't know. What I would hope is they've learned their lesson. Okay? They fucked up badly. And they admitted it last night publicly. They said, we screwed up. We definitely hid the console performance of this game to make sales. All right? Now that they've admitted their mistake, okay, they have to make good on the promise to fix it. All right? And so by February, this game has to be polished, has to be a robust and fun, functional gaming experience for everyone, regardless of what platform you're playing it on. All right? But you want to know the truth of the matter, what I really feel bad about? The people who work for CD Projekt Red. You want to know why? They're the ones who were given insane amounts of crunch this year, right? They were told by their employers the crunch would be worth it. Don't worry about it. The crunch will be worth it. This game will come out and be popular. It's all worth. The game comes out, is tanking now, and now the whole company looks like shit in the eyes of the world. Guess who has to fix that? The same fucking people who they took advantage of all year and made crunch now have to crunch again and again. Those people won't have any relief until February, When the final patch is released, and it said this is the penultimate version of the game now, it's fixed, it's ready to go, then they'll get relief. But these people have been overworked already for years, and now they have to overwork again because of the management decisions of their company. All right? I said this about a month ago, I want to say, maybe a little longer. I said, if this game has to consistently be delayed, and if this game is being promised to be ready and it never is, this is a huge problem with the management of the company. And obviously, something needs to change. You can't leave people in power who are inept at what they do. And I'm sorry to say, the people who are in charge of CD Projekt Red obviously have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They're abusing their employees, and they're fucking the games up. All they needed to do was say, this game's not ready, let's delay it till it's ready. And they refuse to do that. They just keep fucking up over and over. So, something's got to give. This is a company that was at the top of the world. People all said, this is the company that's the fan favorite, the one that treats the employees the best. It treats the customers the best. It's the big, it's the opposite of EA, right? EA, everyone says, is the worst. Well, this is the opposite of EA. This is the company that's transparent. This is the company that's honest and nice with us. And now all that's gone. So why would these people still be in charge, right? Sorry, they need to be out. Sorry, they're inept. Get the fuck out and get some new management in there that knows what they're doing, that can actually run the company and not run the people into the ground trying to get shit done. I mean, this is ridiculous at this point. Okay? So, let's see what happens, but that's the big gaming news today. All right? All right. Let's get the shout-outs, everyone. Thank you for listening. By the way, today is Monday. It is a new week. Which means all the stats on the leaderboard should be refreshed. In fact, I need to refresh here and see if they will refresh. If not, I need to pop out the leaderboard again. Because it doesn't seem to refresh properly for me here on my laptop for whatever reason. So give me a second here to mess with this. If you would please be so kind. Will the leaderboard actually update, or am I going to have to totally reload everything from scratch? The leaderboard actually updated. Wow. Well, very nice. I'm pleased now. Okay. Let us now give shout-outs to those who have contributed. You guys ready? Okay. Okay, here we go. So overnight we had a few cheers. Golden Colts cheers. Have you heard of the food lahmacun? Turkish pizza. They're rolled up and filled with salad. And a little goat cheese on mine. I've never heard of that and never had it. Then he cheered again. He said, no, not more Yakuza. You make me angry. Well, what's wrong with Yakuza? I love the game. It's fun. It's quirky. It's interesting. It's also incredibly long. It's probably going to take me 80 hours to beat the damn thing, and I'm only about 30 hours in. So I think it's time for more Yakuza today, folks. Very nice. Golden Colts cheered again this morning. He said, have you ever eaten Van Camp's Beanie Weenie? No. Then he cheered again. He says, have you ever ordered items from the secret menu at a fast food restaurant? I always have social anxiety about it. Like, they'll stare at me like I just kicked their car, and I'll spill my spaghetti everywhere. Can I give you some advice? Don't order from a secret menu at a fast food restaurant. All right? People who work there already, first of all, people who work at McDonald's, okay? Let's be honest here. McDonald's is not the best job on the planet. I'm not talking shit about anyone who works that job. In fact, I respect them because a lot of people, that's the kind of job that they're allowed to work. You know what I mean? So for me, I feel that when you go to McDonald's, just order from the fucking regular menu and stop bothering these poor people. Oh, I want the super secret double McCluckin stackaroonie. What the fuck did you just say, you idiot? What are you ordering? Please, can you just order something off the fucking menu so I can give you your food and move on to the next customer, because I don't want to be here anyway. This is the job I have to work. Why are you doing this to me? That's how I feel like. Those people, do you really think the people who are working fast food are absolutely loving their life at that job? They're at the fucking flip food, all that greasy ass food, heat, irate customers, low quality food they're pumping out. They don't love it. They're just trying to make a living, man. Why you gotta fuck with them? Oh, I want the fucking, get me that sandwich that's alternating patties of meat and chicken, and slap in some pickles and extra sauce. They call it the ultimate artery banger burger. Like, no, fuck you. It's not on the menu, shithead. Stop ordering junk and fucking stop being disgusting and just fucking order something off the menu that I can make you quickly and move on to the next customer, shithead. Seriously, that stuff pisses me off. Because that's disrespectful. That is. It's disrespectful for you to fuck with people and make them waste time working on some nonsense because you're an idiot who wants to fucking film something on your phone and put it on. Oh, look what I got. I got the double butt buster burger. Oh, good for you, stupid. Just fucking order and move on and shut the fuck up. There you go. But anyway, did I ever order from a secret menu? I didn't. When I went to In-N-Out, the one time I ever went to In-N-Out, ever, okay, John and I, we ordered, and John actually ordered, and he ordered, I forget what it was. Someone had told us to order something, I believe. I can't remember what it was. It was something off the secret menu. And we waited in line, I'm not kidding, 25 minutes to order at In-N-Out. We finally ordered it, got these burgers that were supposed to be special secret menu burger, the best thing there. And it wasn't good. It wasn't. It tasted like a regular burger I could get back home in Connecticut. I was like, I could go to Duchess right now or Tomlinson's and get this burger made, and it would probably taste better. So I don't know what I waited for, and this wasn't great. You know, and we were both like of the same opinion. We're like, this isn't any better than something we can get back home. Why are people so freaking out about this? You know, we didn't get it, and I don't get it either. But please, everyone, listen to me. Do yourself a favor and do the workers who are busting their ass at a likely minimum wage shitty job a favor. Don't order secret menu shit. I want the sandwich that it wedges 2 apple pies between 40 chicken nuggets, and then it slams on some fucking barbecue sauce and a McRib. You know, alternating stacks of bread from the Big Mac. What? Fuck you. Don't need your business. Trust me, McDonald's doesn't need your business. They're filthy rich as it is. They don't need your stupid business. You're going to be an asshole. Okay. Julie Blue did a 50-bit cheer, and this is actually... Well, wait a minute. Actually, Golden Colts would have been the first cheerer for today. I didn't realize that this one was actually done when the stream was on. It was. So thank you, Golden Colts. There you go. Thank you for the 50-bit cheer. Appreciate that. And by the way, I should say this too. You got to understand something. The workers at those fast food restaurants are, in a lot of cases, they're graded. Their performance is graded on speed and accuracy. Okay? If they're slow or if they screw up an order, that hurts them and gets them in trouble, and they can get fired for that. So now you're ordering something stupid that's going to take them longer to make, and it's higher potential for them to fuck it up, right? Stop that. Let them just do their jobs and respect the fucking people. Anyway, let's continue. Julie Blue cheered and said, Phil, what is your take on Among Us? A game that came out in 2018, winning 2 awards at the Game Awards, but Cyberpunk was ineligible because it came out too late in the year. Listen, I've been critical of the Game Awards many times, and I will say this. There's a few things that I think they definitely get way wrong. One of the things is their criteria for qualifying for the Game Awards is wrong. The Game Awards should not be held on December 10th. It's not the end of the year yet. There's still other games that are either coming out or have come out that need to be considered, and you're ending your award show prematurely. The year's not over yet. All right? And the problem when they do this, there's going to be games that are going to be released, you know, now that people will not remember next year. Last year, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was by far one of the best games of last year. Absolutely, everyone said it was a great game. It wasn't considered for the Game Awards. It wasn't. It wasn't even an afterthought in anyone's mind because it's been a year since it came out, so no one thought about it and considered it or qualified it for the Game Awards, right? You see what I mean? Like, when you have a game like that that's at the very tail end of a year, people don't think about it and won't nominate it. So what needs to happen is, I agree, the timing of the Game Awards needs to be better. Why aren't they held in January? Why can't we hold the Game Awards the first or second week of January, and that way you can just be sure it includes all the games from the year? I mean, this is a no-brainer. It seems like common sense. There's got to be some weird business decision behind it. I don't know what it is. Jeff Keighley's never publicly stated what it is. But there's got to be an oddball business decision behind it that just doesn't make logical sense to us as gamers. Okay? The other thing is, you're right. It seems to me games that aren't new games from a year somehow seem to be considered for awards. So, Fortnite. Wait, what? Fortnite's like how many years old, yet it's being considered for awards? Huh? Among Us is a 2-year-old game, somehow considered and winning awards this year, 2020. It's 2 years old. I thought the awards are supposed to be for new games, right? Among Us had its chance 2 years ago. Oh, it wasn't virally popular yet because a few streamers didn't play it. So, if anything, what this shows is that the Game Awards try to follow trends and try to, oh, look what's trendy, right? Versus look what's actually new or good. And that's why I've told you guys many times. It's fine if you watch the Game Awards. It's fine if you enjoy them, but don't take them as the end-all be-all judgment of if a game's good. Just because Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year doesn't mean it's the best game of 2020, hands down. It's subjective. Just because Among Us won a bunch of awards this year doesn't mean it's the best game of 2020. When it comes to indie games or whatever it was that it won, I can't remember. I know it was nominated. I think it won something. Okay. So that's my point. It doesn't really mean anything. Okay. Also, even just the games that get nominated in some cases are hilariously stupid. Like, I think people were saying, and if you look at the fighting games category, like there were 2 or 3 significant games that were actually going to be at EVO until EVO got canceled. And they were much better games than the games that got nominated for the fighting game category. But guess who nominated those? Journalists. Journalists who don't play every fighting game and don't even know what's good because they're not competitive players. So how would they know what the best fighting game of the year is? They don't. But they're the ones who are the selected people. That's, of course, the other thing that you guys know I don't agree with. The special jury, which is journalists, insiders in the gaming industry, such as game developers, and other media people, maybe not journalists. Like, for example, I wouldn't call Jeff Keighley a journalist, but he's definitely a major part of games media. So those kind of people are the people who get to nominate these games. Are they competitive gamers? No. How would they know what's the best competitive game? They wouldn't. You know? Here you go. Expand Dunk says the One Punch Man game was nominated this year for fighting game, and Jump Force was nominated last year. Jump Force. A game that the gameplay was actual duty. Like, they recorded someone shitting in a toilet, and they just copy-pasted that into the game, and that was the combat of the game. And that's one of the best fighting games of the year, according to the Game Awards. There you go. Anyway. Let's continue. Rink Dude resubscribed for 14 months, so how are you? Well, in my mind, mentally, I'm feeling good. I'm excited for Yakuza and Cyberpunk today. It's my final consecutive streaming day of the week. I'm ready to have fun today. It's good weather outside today, by the way, nice and cool. So I know I'll be comfortable in the office. Physically, my ear sucks. My ear is swollen. I can't hear as well out of it. It hurts. I don't like having this happen recurring over and over. Can't wait for it to feel better. I am excited. The holidays are coming up. Christmas is coming up for us, and within about a week and a half here, I'm going to have special holiday events. I'm excited for that. So I hope you guys are excited for the playthroughs, the streams, the holiday stuff coming up. It's getting exciting around here. It's Chi Snatch. Subscribe for 2 months. No, It Chi Snatch. What? I have no idea what this name means, but thank you for the resub. Dr. Games 101 has tipped me $2. A DSP, long time no watch of your stream. You came in at the right time to be a Twitch streamer and YouTube gamer. Never give up, especially against these corporations. Enjoy your holiday, DSP and friends. I have said this a million times. I feel I was in the right place, the right time for me to ever become popular. If I had been 1 or 2 years later, I never would have had popularity. I certainly wouldn't have had the longevity that I've had. When I started doing YouTube, I was one of the very first people to make popular, not the first person to do it, but to make popular the improv commentary style of gameplay. Instead of me scripting stuff or doing a walkthrough where I was guiding people through a game, just doing reactionary commentary, I popularized that on YouTube. And many other people saw me doing it and either copied that or rode with it in a different way, expanded upon it, and became popular as a result of me popularizing that. I'm not saying I'm the only person or the first, but I absolutely, at the beginning of all this 12 years ago, was definitely one of the people who popularized that kind of commentary and gameplay style on YouTube. Okay? And then in 2013, when I started doing live streaming, that was definitely the time to jump over here. Because if I hadn't, again, I took my viewer base from YouTube and made them understand that watching me live was a really cool experience. Of course, admittedly, becoming an interactive full-time live streamer, which I didn't do until early 2017, that was pretty late to the game. If I had, in 2013, if I had completely changed my style up to be a full-time interactive live streamer, I feel like I would have been ahead of the curve. And today I probably would have been one of the more popular streamers on Twitch. But I didn't. I was stubborn. I was so stuck in my old ways. I wanted to do commentary, ignoring the stream chat and pretending like I was just doing videos for YouTube only. And look where that got me. You know, it basically held me back for 4 fucking years. It really did. It held me back from any kind of growth because people didn't want to see that kind of commentary anymore. They either wanted heavily edited, scripted, stylized content on YouTube, or they wanted live, interactive streams that felt like an organic experience on Twitch. They didn't want the old style commentary stuff on YouTube. And it took me a long time to realize that, until finally in early 2017 when that YouTube bubble burst and I said, this just ain't going to be viable anymore. I got to do something different. And I tried doing this differently. Like, oh my God, it's like night and day. It feels like I'm doing a whole different thing that's super fun. So that's good stuff. And I'm excited for that. That, you know, I get to do this every day, and it feels like such a better experience. So, thank you very much to Dr. Games 101 for the $2 tip. That is the first tip of the day. Daddy Provider. Daddy Provider cheered. He says, why don't I get on my wife's medical insurance? Because that's not how it works. My wife, I can't get on my wife's medical insurance. She's not working for an office job or a Fortune 500 company, which provides full-on medical care for the whole family. Like, that's not how it works. I have to have my own independent shit because of the kind of money that I make and many other reasons. I would not qualify to be under my wife's insurance. That's why. As much as you think you believe health insurance, you don't. Sorry. Okay. All right. So, folks, that seems to be... I've done all the shout-outs so far. Let's take a brief look here. Let's see here. We got a bunch of annoying trolls, so let's go ahead and get rid of them. They're just sitting here just to troll. They even have troll names and everything. We'll get rid of them quickly. Okay. All right, here's another troll. Oh, my God. Are they gone already? Actually, they might already be gone. Yes. It's like everyone, seriously, everyone just hit it once. What it must have been, there was a bunch of trolls who were just sitting here waiting to spam the chat all at once, and they just did. So I got 2 of them. Anonymous got at least 1 to 2 of them. They all struck at once to be morons. Okay. How stupid. All right, everybody. So, I've gotten through all the shout-outs. Let's now thank those who contributed this morning. The top cheers of the week. We only got 4. Daddy Provider is in 4th place. Julie Blue is tied as well, so actually it's a tie for 3rd. This person was a troll, so they're banned. And Golden Colts. That's who's cheered so far this morning. Very nice. And of course, we just started. There's been no gifted subs here on the channel as of yet. So since the leaderboard reset overnight, today would be a very good opportunity for those of you who are maybe looking to contribute and get some recognition for your contributions in order to get said recognition. Because we've got cheering. There's only 4 people on the leaderboard. One of them's already banned. And no gifted subs to the channel so far this week. So obviously if you do any of those things, you're going to go, boom, right up there on the leaderboard and get recognition. Thanks in advance to anyone who considers contributing to the stream. Okay? All right. Let's take a very brief break. In fact, it's going to be a shorter one. I'll pee. I got to take a pee. That's about it. And then we can get started with Yakuza. We'll probably get a lot of good progress in Yakuza today. Because, like I said, we're in the middle of a major story mission. So I'm feeling that we're going to actually get some pretty good, significant progress. All right. That's it, guys. Take a very brief break, and I'll come back, and we'll start up with Yakuza. All right, guys. Thanks. I'll see you in a sec.